And let's talk about monkeypox. Let's talk about monkeypox. You know, they're saying that monkeypox is prevalent and pervasive amongst homosexual men. Men who have sex with men. All right? They say it's prevalent, but you know what? It is not monkeypox. And now you're about to see the change of the wording, change of the phraseology. They're going to call it something different. They already said they're going to call it something different because it's not monkeypox. Originally, monkeypox came out of the Democratic Republic of the Congo in Africa. What it was the local Africans, the Congolese, were eating monkey meat. And eating that monkey meat, they ended up getting that disease. That is what happened, okay? That's the origin of monkeypox, according to the Europeans. Now, because the homosexual men are getting these same types of pustules, now here's the dip. If you look at the pictures of the local African that has it, and by the way, it is not even prevalent in the continent. I'll say it again, it's not even prevalent in the continent of Africa. I read an article the other day that there was only 350 cases of monkeypox in the whole continent. In Europe, there's over 17,000 monkeypox cases. This is the judgment of the Lord God with disease for that plague, that sinful, immoral homosexuality. And they're not the only ones going to get punished. All of the pedophiles are going to get punished. All the transgenders are going to get punished. All the lesbians are going to get punished. They're going to get monkeypox or something that looks like it too, or something worse. In fact, if you don't know, the judgment for what the LGBT is doing today in the Bible is death. You understand that? And that's why in Europe, they'd had, I believe, 10 deaths. Now, when I saw the first article, they said 2. And then there's another article that's trying to lie on the continent of Africa, saying that all the deaths happening in Africa. That is a lie. That is a lie. We know for a fact there's been deaths in Europe. But this is the propaganda that you have to deal with today when you're dealing with Europeans, Arabs, and Asians. Because the European is the dominant society on the earth. They have renamed everything on the earth, even my people. They try to call me black, African American, Afro-American, Negro, nigger, all of these terms. And now you got foundational black American, FBA, and you also have ADOS, American descendants of slaves. This is ridiculous. They keep renaming one people's nationality in this country. There's no other nationality that's being renamed in this country but you so-called blacks. And we say so-called because that's what we know you understand. You are not black. My pants are black. There's no person on the planet that looks this color of my pants, no matter how dark they are. There is no white person on the planet. We have 2 white cars sitting here at this intersection. There's a brother walking here in a white t-shirt. There is no one on the earth that looks that color. The so-called white man is the red man. All right? The so-called white man is the red man. Again, I ask you, what if what the Israelites are saying is true? You got to consider it. And if you don't, I don't know how the Lord can have mercy upon you if you would not consider what the Lord God has sent his prophets out here to say to you. To cause the hearts or minds of the children to turn to their fathers, and the hearts and minds of the fathers to turn to their children. You know what that means? That means the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are going to return in obedience to the law, statutes, and commandments, seeking what is written in this book by our forefathers. Christ was our forefather. All the prophets were our forefathers. The patriarchs, the 12 patriarchs, and the 3 patriarchs, the 12 sons of Israel, and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are our forefathers. They're not the Gentiles' forefathers. Do you understand that? What if what the Israelites are saying is true? Consider that. What if what the Israelites are saying is true? And you know what? There are some Europeans, there are some Asians, and there are some Arabs that know we are telling our people the truth. They know it. Some of them are online telling you who you are, because some of you won't believe it if a black man tells you. A black man can't tell you nothing. A black man, you will not listen to a black man. But guess what? The Lord God has raised up the black men. The Lord God has raised up the Latino Hispanic man. The Lord God is going to raise up the Native American men. You understand that? That's what's happening. But see, he's raised up the tribes of Judah first, who is principally populated by the so-called blacks, you so-called African Americans. All right? Again, what if what the Israelites are saying is true? You need to consider it. You need to consider it. What else did Christ say was going to happen? Let's go over that again in Matthew 10:34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance with his father. Do you understand that? He's going to make a man oppose his own father. Why? Because these older people do not want to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. They are set in their ways. Their mind is seared with a hot iron. They think that what they learned in their life was totally correct, and everything else is a lie. I have people in my family that way. I have a Jehovah's Witness in my family. I got a Christian in my family. Both of them happen to be women, by the way. Then I got a uncle. He practically worships everything. He's trying to seek knowledge in everything. He thinks there's truth in Islam. There is some truth in all of these religions. The problem is you don't understand that all of these world religions got their foundation from this book, the Hebrew writings, that they call the Old Testament. Where did you hear Christ or the disciples call it the Old Testament? I'll ask you again. What if what the Israelites saying is correct? You need to consider it. I'll ask you again. Did Christ call any portion of what he was reading the Old Testament? No, he did not. Did the disciples call anything that they read the Old Testament? No, they did not. Guess what they called it that you read in the New Testament? They called it the Scriptures. The Scriptures. Hey, newsflash, Matthew through Revelation did not exist at the time of Christ. Newsflash. Matthew through Revelation did not Matthew through Revelation did not exist and was not being read at the time of Christ, not by the disciples. Certainly not being read by any of the prophets, because they were dead. They were dead and gone in the spiritual world. All right? In the spiritual plane. So what else is Christ going to do? It says that, and daughter against her mother, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foes and a man's enemies shall be they of his own household. That's what Christ said. That's what Christ said. The enemies of a man shall be the members of his own household. How does that come out? Because when you get this truth and start obeying these laws and commandments, your family and other people are going to say you're in a cult. People are going to say you're crazy. People are going to say, but that was written by a man. The women say that. The men that don't want to follow these laws are just men that want to kiss up under the leg of a woman. That's the man that don't want to follow these laws. It's a man that wants to kiss up under the leg of a woman. He wants to be a simp, as they call it today. S-I-M-P, a simp, a simple man. Simp is short for stupid. You understand that? That's what simple means in the Bible. So the world doesn't understand when they call a man a simp. You're saying he's stupid. And you are stupid if you're under the leg of a woman. If you follow commands of women, you are stupid as a man. It's time for that. Hey, again, I'll ask you, what if what the Israelites are saying is correct? All right?